Hello, you. It's me. And I know that a lot of you are very talented people. So, I heard Gypsy's lovely AI song, and it sounded ridiculous, but that's just my opinion, I guess. But I thought it'd be so much fun to write a song for Gypsy. Apparently, her mother had done that when she was, quote unquote, younger and ill. Um, which I thought was pretty amazing. But I would like to do an updated version. Now, I didn't hear the version, I only heard bits and pieces of the version for Gypsy. And I am not a singer, and I don't really have an idea as to a tune, except that I want it to be country sounding because that seems to be what Gypsy did for Ken, for Ken. So I have written down. By the way, I can't afford like AI making up songs for me. I know there's probably some free ones out there. I couldn't find any, so I just thought, fuck it. Um, I wrote a chorus, and I would love it if some of you guys, because I know there's a lot of talent out there, want to write a song, or maybe you can afford AI and create a song. But this is what I came up with. It's Gypsy, you murdered your mom. You should have stayed in prison. You think we are fooled. You bully, you brute. One day karma will come back for you. Okay, that's my chorus. You brilliant, wonderful people out there, let's make it a song. Let's do something with that. I think it would be such a fun little creation that we can all put together and write some uh verses for it. Um Maybe a tune. I just honestly, I play guitar, but I just don't have the time right now. I've been working a lot and I'm still falling very far behind. So I just don't have the time to do it. But if you guys do it, I think it would be a great little collab for all of us just to put something together and put it up online just for the giggles. Why not? I mean, do you really think that Gypsy was serious about the song that she wrote for Kian? The only thing she's serious about is getting a fucking ring. That's all she wants. And honestly, if you're that desperate for it and he won't give it to you, it's time to move on. Except she doesn't want to, because she wants to keep her Chad. I don't know why anybody would want to stay with a guy who couldn't give a crap about them. I mean, I'm not saying Ken, I don't know Ken. I'm not saying he's not a nice guy or a kind guy. There was one time on a live where he seemed to be genuinely very tender and sweet to the baby, and I think he tried to be with Gypsy as well, but she was just already jealous of the baby. So he had to give her, Gypsy, I mean, a little extra attention, which is gross. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't think Ken really cares about her. And I don't think a baby, if there is a baby, I don't think that's enough to keep them together. I just really don't. I think, I don't know. I don't know why Ken is sticking around. Maybe he's been promised another TV show or something to go on, something to make him more money. I haven't a clue. I just can't imagine. He looks so disgusted when he looks at Gypsy, and I can't blame him. She's pretty disgusting, in my opinion, because of the acts that she has done. And her ridiculous rant about bullying. Now, there might be people out there who are bullying her for her figure. I couldn't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care what she looks like. The only reason why I care about her appearance is I want people to be forewarned. Don't get mixed up with this person because she is dangerous. She killed her mom. That's the only thing. But are there people making fun of her and her? I don't know what they were making fun of. She looked fine to me. She looked upset or angry or something, but or depressed, I don't know. But I didn't see anything wrong with the way that she looked. She's wearing a nice outfit. That's it. I don't get it. I don't know what she's on about. But she claimed that people were shaming her body, mostly women, which is so funny because most of the people I saw talking about it were men. Or maybe half and half, maybe equal. So I don't know what she was on about. I don't care. And if you care about what she looks like so much, I mean, that's good on you. I don't care about that either. I try to avoid appearance shaming. I'm not the perfect person. So, and even if I were the perfect person, that would just be even more cruel to make fun of people for their appearance. I wouldn't do that. So I don't, all that stuff, who cares? It's just dumb stuff to fill the void. It doesn't mean anything. What means something is the health and well-being of Aurora the baby, if she exists. Now, I think there is a baby that they carry around, like a real baby that they borrow, that they call Aurora at times. I don't know. I have a very hard time right now believing, with all the stuff that we've seen, that Aurora the baby is actually their baby. I have a really hard time of it. But, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. If they create this storyline, is Ken gonna leave and then suddenly the baby disappears? Maybe they got kidnapped. I don't know. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I can't even believe that they moved into an apartment together, quite frankly. I feel like Ken is waiting for a payout that's not gonna happen, but Gypsy just keeps talking about it. It's very comparable to if you've watched Becca Scoop's latest video. It was really good when it comes to the psychology of how Gypsy thinks and how she manipulates. How she convinced Ryan that she didn't even know that her mom and, well, her stepmom and Ken were going to take her to a lawyer and talk about divorce. They surprised her with that, and he believed it. And could it be that he's just easily manipulated? Yeah, it could be. Or if you're just used to the way Gypsy talks and acts and etc., and she manipulates all the time, and you don't quite realize that yet, maybe you can be fooled. I know I've been fooled by manipulators because I want to believe people when they tell me stuff. But Becca Scoops really showed there like how she likes to manipulate. But if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense. And a lot of the things that she does doesn't make sense. So, maybe Ken is used to being manipulated by her. Maybe maybe the clouds are starting to lift. I mean, Ken is not a great person either. He seems like kind of a scumbag. That's the feeling that I get from him. I'm not saying he is. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, he gives me the creeps. She definitely gives me the creeps. But it's interesting. I'm waiting to see where the storyline goes because apparently they've wiped everything clean again. So they're going to start a new storyline. That's what it seems like. It seems like when they get caught in a lie, they wipe everything clean and start a new story. And that seems to be what they're doing over and over and over. And they're doing it again. They wiped everything clean and now they're going to start a new storyline. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know. At this point, like I said, I don't necessarily believe that there's an Aurora, and I couldn't give two shits about Gypsy or Ken except for the damage that they could be causing to the baby. That's it for me. But anyway, if you like writing songs, if you're good with music, definitely want it to be country themed, country sound. Take that little blip of a chorus that I put up there and see what you could do with it. I would love to hear what you guys say. In fact, or what you guys come up with. And in fact, I'll be more than happy to post every single one of them if there's more than one or two. Well, even if there's one or two, I'll post them as well. I would love to see what you guys come up with. I think it would be so exciting if you do get like an AI thing and post it. Like, let me know and I will direct people to it. I'll figure out how. I I can figure out things sometimes. But really, this is all I wanted to talk about is just let's just make this like goofy, stupid song. I think it would be really fun. And that's it. That's it. Thank you for listening. And that's all I got to say.